What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare filming locations. Got my VHS copy that I've had since I was a little kid. Huge fan of this film, and no one's ever done the locations, so this is the first time ever. You will see them documented. There's the original theatrical cover right there on the side. Lisa Zane, Robert Englund. There's a couple spots I won't be able to get. It will be tricky because they were done on back lots, like where they're driving around in circles, and the street that they arrive to. However, we're going to get everything that we can. This is going to be a lot of fun. My favorite nightmare films, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, 1991. Evil has finally met its match. Give it a big thumbs up. Get ready for an adventure. Shot. Just love those two trees. These ones. Awesome. Incredible. Been here so many times, never ceases to amaze me. Love it. When you see John and he's coming to after his dream, he's in the middle of the road. It was this road down here. Unfortunately, there's a closure up here, so I can't get to that road, but that's the road right there. Wish there was another way to drive to it.
I had my car.
That's the road, though. It would have been just down there. Around the canyon. Use this road up here for Friday the 13th, Part 4, final chapter. Crispin Glover. Freddy's Dead, and Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. The Final Nightmare and the final chapter, both filmed on this road. Waking up, not knowing who he is, just finding that little newspaper article with the tower, the water tower on it. We see John here in this alleyway, and the cops pull up right here, and they see John right here.
No, he's new.
Scoop him up, take him to the shelter. So the funny thing is, the shelter is just right here. American Wrecking Company. American Wrecking Company. Remember this thing? We'll find a screen grab so you can see what it looked like in Freddy's Dead. It's a lot more rusted now, but it's so cool. Lay my eyes on that film I've watched so many times since I was a kid. Still watch it every year. Where John is introduced to who we would find out later in the film. It's Freddy's daughter. Yeah, this is so cool. I wanted to come to this location for many years. Feeling it? Feeling the Freddy's Dead vibes? Man, look at that thing. That is awesome. There you go. The youth shelter from Freddy's Dead. Look here. So this is literally how far it was from the alleyway where they found John to the youth shelter. Just over here. Super cool.
shit.
All right, so after they leave the youth center, they're down here, Franklin Canyon Road. Unfortunately, the gate was closed today, so I had to jog all the way up here. Coming down this way after leaving the youth center. And this building here is actually in Freddy's Dead. It's pretty cool. A lot of the roads are under construction and stuff here, so that's why it's closed. But you see this in Freddy's Dead. Wow, look at this. In major disrepair. Very creepy. Screen used building here. And tree. Freddy's Dead. Another good shot of that there. So you see them come this direction. And they take a right. Right here. Right past this building here. Which has now been abandoned. In serious disrepair. I'll get you a good shot of that. Man, that's cool. One more better shot. That building seen in Freddy's Dead. So cool. Okay. Better shots. They probably went right over this exact stop. That's probably the exact same stop sign. Look at that. Totally abandoned. It's wild. I'm on this road from Freddy's Dead. Jogged like 2 miles just to get this. Crucial. So cool. Some cacti there. Franklin Canyon Drive. Getting the creepy Freddy's Dead vibes. One more shot here for that van. They take a right here. Right by this now abandoned house. Alright, so our next spot here from Freddy's Dead would be the carnival scene. So the white van pulls up here. They head in here into Bailey Canyon Park, and would have had the whole carnival set up over here. You can actually notice a lot of these trees in the film. There wasn't really much to the carnival, and there were no kids. Here's a screen grab here. You notice the bumper cars and everything were at the back, and then there was just a couple other tents and stuff set up on either side. You can notice the hills right here and the trees right there. So they would have just had the bumper cars set up at the back, and over here would have had some tents and a couple tents here. Really was not much to the carnival, and there weren't any kids.
And then you can see this house.
Okay.
There's a house right there.
Oh yeah, there's actually a house in the shot.
And it's right there.
Oh, okay. Pretty wild. Also, they show the shot in a second of just one lone old man doing circles on the bumper cars. And there's the hill behind the trees seen in Freddy's Dead. Yeah, just one old man. There's them pulling up right there. So that booth would have been set up right here. And then the camera rises here, showing the bumper cars in the distance and the whole town fair. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool here. Here's them walking around. Still here of Roseanne talking to the kids by the phone booth. You can see the hill behind them. This is just beside where the bumper cars were set up.
And the retaining wall as well. Retaining wall.
There's the hill there. So it was right in this vicinity where the phone booth would have been set up. Ethel, you know they bring him. Then he catches the shot of the tower.
You can see the fence in the street too, right there.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was right here. It was kind of hard to pinpoint exactly where the phone booth would have been set up, but right by the bumper cars, right here. Which would have been situated here. It would have been just over here. See the hill in the background.
Oh, look.
Pretty cool.
Look, look, look. Look at that trash can.
Oh wow, look at that. There's a trash can right there. There's a
Boom.
trash can right there. I noticed that earlier.
That's great.
Couldn't possibly be the same can, but it's the same type of can. One of those ones that they use in WWE. This is where Roseanne Barr, Tom Arnold were, and the phone booth was set up right by the bumper cars. That's pretty cool. I've watched this movie so many times since the age of 10 or 11. I love it. Beautiful. Welcome to Freddy 101. That's awesome. There's the clock tower. So we first see it in that scene with Tom Arnold and Roseanne at the carnival. And then Maggie and John have to make their way over to the school.
Welcome to Freddy 101.
This is here on USC campus, and it's in there where they encounter the teacher. "1493, Freddy sailed across the sea. 1494, Freddy came back to look for more." Man, this is so cool. It's there when you see on the chalkboard 5-6 grab your crucifix, I believe. So cool that we got onto USC campus to get this clock tower. Crucial part to this filming location venture. I love it. There you go, clock tower here at USC. Used in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
John.
Alright, take that in. That is super cool. Alright, get a good look at that tower from Freddy's Dead. It's kind of blowing my mind. Most likely did those classroom scenes on a soundstage, but there's the tower. So when they enter the house, it's nighttime, and it's the new property built where that house used to be. Of course, when they enter the house, Freddy's really pulling the strings. As soon as they enter, the house turns into the Elm Street house. So we had to come here to North Genesee to get a good shot of the Elm Street house. Fell right into Freddy's trap. He has the children. No Nightmare on Elm Street tour would be complete without stopping at Freddy's house. It's the home he identifies himself with. So they did not actually film anything here from Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, but had to come check out the house anyway. Okay. Now we are here in Artesia, California, and I'm about to show you a very familiar sight. And there it is. The Artesia Water Tower, used in Freddy's Dead.
Springwood. Water tower.
It's pretty cool. She's looking at that newspaper clipping, her and John. And so
a spoiler alert. If you've not seen the film, we're gonna have to talk about it. Pretty cool. We even have guest appearances by Alice Cooper, along with who we talked about earlier, Roseanne Barr, Tom Arnold. Let's get a little close to this water tower. Fun fact, this water tower is also used in an episode of My Name is Earl, when him and Randy are actually stuck in the water tower for days until the government helps them out. Fun fact.
I won't tell.
I won't tell. And that's cool. Years of wanting to come here. Been wanting to cover this film for years, so thanks for coming along and checking it out, everybody. The tower's fenced off, lots of barbed wire all around it, and all the way up the ladder too. Obviously people have probably tried to climb this. Serious Freddy vibes. Freddy owned a house right up here. But you won't tell, will ya? Her mother was the woman in the clipping in front of the water tower. Mommy had to take her medicine for snooping in Daddy's private business. That's cool stuff right there. I could stand here and look at this thing for days. The tower from the newspaper clipping from her own backyard. They knew Freddy had a kid, but it wasn't John. And they knew it was Kay Kruger. Showing in the distance now, just between the water tower over here and where Freddy's home was. That was this yellow house right here to the left. And it was torn down, and then this yellow house, much bigger house, was put on its spot. House used to be about the size of the neighbor's house here, but this is it. This was Freddy's house. Now a completely different house. That's about the distance from the tower right there. Of course, she was seeing the tower as a child when she's running around playing and Freddy's chasing her. No makeup, it's just Robert Englund. Love it. So from the backyard here, you just saw this angle of the water tower. Can't get in the backyard. These people do not like me filming out here, but I had to do it. The kind of significant role that this Artesia water tower played in the film, from the newspaper article to her figuring out her own backstory, her own history, her own family history. I love this film. Thanks a lot for joining me again. Much more to come. Freddy's dead. It's not true, actually. Freddy will never die. Never. The house that was rebuilt here, this was the property. Freddy's dead. The final shot.
The shelter.
So they would have had some makeshift doors she would have come out of, as if she was coming out of her basement. And Freddy's right here on the sidewalk.
Retail has an Elm Street.
Elm Street sign pops up. Now, notice to the far left, the pipe on the corner of the building. The Elm Street sign would have been about where this was, where this sign now stands. You can see the pipe on the side of the building and the windows. Pretty cool. Let's see it one more time. It is Elm Street. There's the sign side of the building right there. There's the pipe. It's right there. So the sign would have been about where this sign now stands. Looking at it, it was in this general vicinity. They probably used this whole area. I was thinking it was more or less over here. However, when the Elm Street sign pops up, nobody's actually in that shot, so it's just the Elm Street sign, and it would have been located about here. So they probably utilized all this whole area, but this is it. It's where those doors were set up. Pretty cool. Every town has an Elm Street. You let me live only long enough to bring me back my daughter. Did you think I was your daddy? Cool. That pipe's definitely the best. It would be a dead giveaway. Look at this, I'm touching it. Seen in Freddy's Dead. You can watch Freddy's Dead and go, I touched that pipe. American Wrecking Company. If you wanted to visit the spot, it's on Lacey Street. Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare. Yeah, that whole Freddy's Dead video at the end during the credits when they show clips from all the other 5 Elm Street movies. Love it. I love watching it and calling out the number of the film every time they show a clip from one of them. It's awesome. There you go. Freddy's property. Right here. Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
Keep on checking.
Thanks again, everybody. Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe and I'll let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what you may be missing here. What film, museum, or what we'll be doing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Freddy's Dead filming locations. Only from Mr. Thrasha. Thanks again, everybody. This is awesome.